We do apologize for the technical difficulties. The batter currently is Jake Decker. He fouls off the 2-2 pitch right there. We are in the bottom half of the second inning. We do apologize for the technical.
Hey, we're up and running.
We are indeed.
Athenians get out of 2 big-time jams in the first and second inning. We're not sure what time we went down. There's a curveball by Young. Nice job fouling it off there by Decker. Keep the count at 2-2. Stars load the bases with nobody out in the first inning, get out of it with a strikeout and a 5-3 double play. Load the bases again in the second inning and get out of it with a fly out to deep center on a nice running catch by Jake Decker. So, no runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Stars. No runs, no hits, no errors for the Athenians. And that is Peyton Young's 3rd strikeout here in the second inning as the Athenians get out no run. 1-2-3.
So we'll go to the 3rd inning with the Athenians and Stars all knotted up at 0.
Yeah, Kellerman threw 32 pitches last inning, Coach.
Ouch.
He's at 50 on the game, so.
They get into a lot of full counts. Like you said, last inning, I think 4 of the hitters got up to 7 pitches for the at-bats.
Yeah.
So
Final call for the boys 300-meter hurdle.
Again, 3 hits for the Stars. Single by Riley Reagan in the first inning. John Bromberich, the 3-hole hitting catcher for the Stars, also a bunt single in that first inning. And then Adam Kahns with a double in the second inning. But all those runners have been stranded. And no runs for either team. The Athenians again still hitless. Meanwhile, the Stars do have 3 hits. The Stars will have their 3, 4, and 5-hole hitters up here in the top half of the 3rd inning in the form of Bromberich, Popplewell, and Young. Again, Bromberich laid down a beautiful bunt in the first inning right down the first base line. That was going to be a tough play. We gave him a hit. It would have been a tough play for Kellerman to field. First inning that ended up loading the bases as Kellerman's first pitch, curveball just off the outside edge for a ball.
I'm not sure who the home plate umpire is, but he's done a pretty nice job back there so far.
He has.
Nice pitch.
Curveball right there for a strike. Runs the count to 1-1. Barrick's a guy that sees a healthy dose of off speed as he generally likes to be out on that front foot. There comes another one, and that one is going to be taken deep to center, but there's Josh Blackburn, who made the catch in the last inning. The deep fly ball from Martinez. That is out number 1 from Bromberich. I don't know if he got it off the handle or the end of the bat, but he was grabbing at the hands. This is a night where the batting gloves are nice, and he's not one that's going to wear the batting gloves.
No.
So the batter now is Trevin Popplewell, first baseman. He struck out his first time. That one, he's going to take off the top of the helmet. And will take his base, giving the Stars their first base runner of the inning. They have had a base runner in every inning and had the bases loaded in both innings so far.
Right. They've had the leadoff runner on in the first 2 innings. So
to retire, get the first out was huge there.
Right.
But now there's a runner on first with the pitcher, Peyton Young, at the plate for the Stars.
He grounded into the 5-3 inning double play in the first on a nice play by Kate Fitzwater.
Again, really the only way that the Athenians were going to get out of the inning,
right,
with a double play. Ball hit right at third base. Basically, Kate Fitzwater goes to his right, smothers it right near third base. Tough play for Scott. That's going to get the out. It's out at first. Great play there by Scott to get the Speedy Young at first. That does move Popplewell down to second.
And that'll bring up Adam Kahns. Kahns doubled in his first at bat, and leading off the second inning on a play that just got over Jake Decker's head. We just talked about how the wind had kind of switched directions a little bit.
And a ball that had come off the right-handed bat and was tailing toward the line.
Right.
And again, the wind had shifted, and just a ball it looked like Decker had read off the bat, but the spin in the wind kind of misplayed it and just missed it. Kahns ended up at second base.
Nice pitch by
Swing and a miss there by Kahns. Count runs to 1-1. Kellerman's really done a nice job when in the strike zone. Comes the 1-1. Ball's low for ball umpire. Thought about calling it. Looked like he's going to raise that hand.
I did too.
But thought better of it. The count goes to 2-1. To the sophomore left fielder for the Stars. Boy, that sun goes behind the clouds, Scott, and it gets cold.
It does. It does. I've already resorted to the stocking cap and the coat. I don't know how you're staying away from it.
Pitch is called a strike. I don't know if there was a... Coach Welliver's going to come out and talk to both of them. That was a missed... Definitely a missed pitch there. It was.
Mark your calendars.
Coach Webb down at first base, a little upset about the strike call. It was right there. Owen made it look bad because there was a miscommunication on the pitch.
Right. I think Owen was looking for a curveball.
I think he was, and obviously Will threw a fastball, and that's what Coach Welliver was going out to talk about. They had cross signals, it looks like there, but now they've got it all right. Deuces are wild now with 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 down in the inning. Kellerman got a little bit of a jump on the
home plate umpire.
Putting his mask on. Umpire.
Yeah, nice job by Steve Hoffman, the base umpire, stepping in there.
And nice pitch with a swing and a miss. Strike 3 on the curveball, and that will retire the Stars. They leave another runner in scoring position.
No runs, no hits, no
and come up empty. So we'll go to the bottom of the third. Athenians and Stars still scoreless.
Yeah, that was a nice, much better inning by Kellerman. 11 pitches for getting 61. So
that was one of the things that the Athenian pitchers have struggled a little bit with is efficiency,
right.
being able to throw more strikes and not get as deep into counts. And you got to credit the hitters too. The hitters are not extending at bats by swinging at pitches that are not in the zone, which forces the pitcher to have to make really good pitches. But there have been a lot that Kellerman has missed that have not been close.
Right.
So the first 3 batters for the Athenians coming up here in the bottom half of the third inning. They'll be 8-9-1, which will be McCarty, Fitzwater, and then Blackburn. Only 2 balls put in play for the Athenians in the first 2 innings. A ground out by Carson Scott, the second base in the first, as well as a ground ball back to the mound by Austin Warren also in the first.
Leading off for your
batter's now the shortstop, leading off the third inning. That's Cale McCarty.
Pitch taken by McCarty outside for ball 1. Quick scoring update from the softball game. 8-0 Western Boone in the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, they were 5-0 a while ago.
Cale McCarty's done a really nice job at shortstop this year. In his first full year as a varsity hitter, adjustments have been slow for him, hitting just 100 on the year. But a kid that's going to continue to, he's going to put in the time and he's going to get a lot better. Really got a good swing, really does a nice job. Just the adjustments sometimes tough to make from the junior varsity to the varsity as he takes second pitch inside, run the count to 2-0. Already takes that pitch low and away for 3-0. Guarantee he's going to be getting a take sign here from Coach Frucht.
Yeah, I didn't see it, but I can almost guarantee you.
Comes the 3-0 from Young. It's going to be high for a ball.
Hey. Athenians with their first lead off. The first base? No. Kellerman walked in the first.
He did, yes. So the first sign of a little bit of inconsistency from the junior hurler for the Stars. Looks like Coach Webb's going to come out and talk to his junior pitcher.
They throwing a ball in the outfield?
Yeah, it looks like they're getting Rena Martinez throwing out there in the outfield. They were quick to pull Peyton on Tuesday last week. He didn't. I didn't see his pitch count. It was up in the 50s and 60s, but he, is a guy that, especially early on in the year, I don't know how much he throws in the winter as a basketball player.
Right.
But he's one that they're gonna take care of him. Make sure that he doesn't throw a lot early on, because they've got bigger and better things that they want to deal with. They're in a pretty tough sectional this year, going down to 2A.
Right. Yeah. Lafayette Central Catholic is in their sectional.
It is indeed.
Yeah.
That's a solid sectional.
It is.
Very solid, other than Western Boone and Central Catholic, as Peyton will throw over to first to keep McCarty close. Again, Fitzwater is the batter. Senior 9-hole hitting third baseman. Looks like the Stars are expecting the bunt. Fitzwater is a very good bunter, also hitting .278 on the year. Fitzwater does show bunt, but takes that fastball outside for a strike.
I didn't see the sign hit. Same. Here we go.
Comes set. And the delivery.
Oh, they said he offered. Wow.
Really good pitch to bunt there, too. Just missed. Again, the tail, the movement on the fastball has really been what the difference has been with both Kellerman and Young. Is just the movement on the fastball. So the count is 0-2 to Fitzwater here. See if we can still get the runners moved. That pitch is taken high for a ball to run the count to 1-2.
Really surprised to see Cade squaring around here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wow.
Just a little late, it seemed like pulling it back.
Right.
The umpire's quick on the trigger there and calls him out. So that'll be the first out of the inning
Josh Blackburn
for the Stars. And we have gotten back to the top of the order.
Be the fifth strikeout for be the fifth strikeout for Young.
Keeping the same pace as what he had against the Athenians last year in the sectionals. He struck out 13 Athenians last year in the sectional upset as Blackburn takes the first pitch high for a ball. Just again, very, very good pitcher. Knows how to pitch, does a really nice job. Blackburn shows bunt. Bunts it right back to the right side. Young throws to first to retire Blackburn. McCarty moves to second on the sacrifice bunt for Josh Blackburn.
Tell you what, I thought Young might have an opportunity to get the lead runner there on a bunt right back to him, but
getting the out.
Yeah, got the out and did a nice job.
Making sure you get the out. So really a good job there by Blackburn, sacrificing himself there to move the runner to scoring position for the hottest hitter for the Athenians. Carson Scott, again, coming into his last at bat, was hitting .630 until his first ground out.
First call for the girls and boys, 3,200-meter run. Final call for the girls, 200-meter dash.
McCarty with a decent lead at second base. Gets off a little bit more. Young checks him. The first pitch to Scott is taken for a strike on that inside corner. Both pitchers, when they've been able to hit that spot on the low inside corner, have really done a nice job. It's just a tough pitch to hit for anybody to hit.
Yeah.
Comes Young's 0-1. Curveball stays high. Now goes the 1-1. Again, McCarty's looks like he can get a few more steps out there at second base. Finally, shortstop Reagan comes in behind. He had a good size lead on the last pitch. Comes the 1-1 delivery from Young to Scott. Curveball's taken inside for a strike. Count is now 1-2. Scott looked a little surprised at that pitch. It fell right there on that inside corner. Really good pitch there from Young. Pretty good size lead at second. Scott's swings and misses at the fastball in the outside corner for strike 3. And that will retire the Athenians in the third. Again, no score as we go to the fourth. Again, Young and Kellerman both doing a really nice job of pitching themselves out of some major jams. Kellerman getting himself out of 2 bases-loaded jams. And Young gets out of the first inning where he was threatened by the Athenians.
6-0. Tri-West leads Southmont. I don't have a score from North Montgomery yet.
Montgomery is taking on Danville tonight.
Let's see, I might be able to get something here.
Southmont, obviously, as Scott said, is taking on Tri-West, and Lebanon is taking on Frankfurt.
You ready for this? North Montgomery 10, Danville nothing, bottom 4.
Wow. Obviously, Jackson Wynn is not pitching tonight for the Warriors, and more than likely will throw on Thursday.
Yep. For the Athenian faithful listening, Trent Johnson posted another 0 in the bottom of the second for the Boilermakers as Purdue leads Indiana State 1-0 down at Terre Haute tonight. So Trent gets to start tonight.
He was scheduled to pitch, I believe, on Sunday, correct? Because of the, but they weren't. He was scheduled to pitch against Minnesota, but the game got canceled,
right?
Because of the weather. I guess there's a travel curfew for
the Big Ten.
For the Big Ten, obviously, right. That's a good haul from Minnesota, obviously, from West Lafayette up to the Twin City areas. Batter's Bryce Kopic, who struck out looking his first time as he takes ball 1 there from Will Kellerman. Another pitch that's low and inside. Count runs to 2-0. Sun's back out. Wins picked up just a little bit. Strike on that inside corner. Runs the count to 2-1.
I think Danville's rated 6th or 7th, aren't they?
They're not ranked anymore.
Oh, they're not? Okay.
They are not.
Boy, he tried to lean in.
Inside.
Yeah, Kopic tried to lean into that one a little bit. 3 balls, 1 strike on the third baseman, Kopic. Right fielder Duncan Reed waits on deck. Looks like there's activity down in the Star bullpen. Felix Martinez up and throwing for the Stars. Here's a ground ball right back to Kellerman. He'll make the throw over to Sammy Riddle for out number 1.
Pitched on the outside corner that Kopic just rolled the top hand over trying to pull.
The right fielder, Duncan Reed.
And goes helplessly to Kellerman for the out, and the batter is now Duncan Reed, who walked his first time.
Lays down a bunt. It's right back to Kellerman. Kellerman steps, makes the throw to first for out number 2.
Really not a bad idea there, with Kellerman going off to his right.
Right.
Gets that more toward the first base side. That's a much tougher play, but since it's basically right back to Kellerman, it's an easy play for the athletic Kellerman to make for out number 2. This is really I was just going to break the baseball curse
yeah,
right there. I wasn't
right
going to do it. And swing and a miss right there
that's a good call.
by Hammering.
We can say it maybe here in a couple pitches, but for now, let's just go ahead and stay the course.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Kellerman's 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed by Hammer.
You know what? He doesn't have as much movement here in this inning but
he's keeping the ball down though, and that's exactly what needs to happen. He needs to keep the ball down.
There's
swing and a miss right there. Just what the doctor ordered for the Athenians is a quick inning with few pitches for the Athenians as the Stars go down in order.
The first time they've gone down in order all game, Coach.
Let's see, 8 pitches that inning? Nine pitches. That's huge. Considering he was at 60?
He was at 50 through 2.
50 through 2.
And he's now at 70 through 4.
70 through 4.
So he's thrown 20 pitches in the last 2 innings.
That's solid.
Yep.
That is solid.
Yep. So let's see. Looks like Peyton Young will come back out here to start the bottom of the 4th for Western Boone. He'll face 3, 4, 5 in the Athenian order. That's Kellerman, Warren, and Bennett.
And really, Young has not had really any challenge. The walk was really on him on 4 straight pitches to lead off the inning in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. He has really been dominant as he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Ks in his first time completely through the order. The
umpire just got caught up. All right, here's an update on North Montgomery. Clary started for North. He's given up 1 hit through 4. Danville started Ethan Schaefer.
Yeah.
Schaefer has given up 11 hits through 4. So thank you, Craig Reeves, for that updated information on the Chargers. Looks like the Athenians are going to have some activity in their bullpen as Josh Blackburn
leading off
goes down to take a couple tosses.
21, Will Kellerman.
Well, Kellerman is the batter to lead off the bottom half of the 4th inning for the Athenians. Kellerman walked his first time up. Curveball that's taken inside for a ball. Count goes to 1-0. We've got scores on the other 2 games. Looking to see if I can't find a score.
No, we need something on Frankfurt Lebanon, don't we?
Pretty sure that game is up at Frankfurt as Kellerman took the fastball for a strike to run the count to 1-1.
You can't see that.
Coach Webb wanted to get Kellerman on the offer on the bunt, but no go. So the count goes to 2-1. Tell you what, the Athenians are really getting the bunts back really late. As Kellerman takes strike 2 there. Two balls and 2 strikes. The Athenian hurler. Really defensive swing as that got right up under the hands of Will Kellerman and has popped softly to Peyton Young for out number 1 of the inning.
The designated hitter, Austin Warren.
Batter's now Austin Warren. Austin Warren grounded back to the pitcher Young in the 1st inning to end the 1st inning. Swing and a miss. Pretty solid swing there by Warren to run the count to 0-1.
Sorry about that.
Young delivers a curveball right down there in dirt. Really good curveball there from Young. Warren takes a hack and comes up empty to run the count to 0-2. Lebanon is indeed at Frankfurt. I'm going to try to see if I can get a hold of somebody that might be there to see if we can't get a report on that one as the 0-2 delivery from Young is taken low and inside for a ball to run the count to 1 and 2.
Yeah, I don't think Frankfurt used any of their pitching Saturday.
I'm sure Lopez is probably on the hill tonight.
Yeah, Lopez, and then you'll see Santos or... Ooh.
Curveball swing and a miss by Warren. His out number 2. That is...
The catcher, Owen Bennett.
1, 2, 3,
So you said
4,
last
5,
week...
6, 7 Ks.
Yeah, you said last week against Lebanon it was 2-1 when he went out of the game.
It was 2-1 Lebanon when he left.
That'll bring up Owen Bennett. Owen struck out his first at bat.
At about this time.
Yep.
He left at about I think he left in the 4th inning, 4th or 5th. He did not come out to start the 5th inning.
18 and nothing at softball final score.
Oh.
Someone takes a fastball high and tight for a ball. That was a count to 1-1.
Yep. Justin Duggar just reported Western Boone beats the Athenians in softball 8-2.
So an 8-2 final. Lady Stars victorious over the Athenians as Bennett swings and misses. Turn the count to 1-2. Young's 1-2 delivery. Fastball swing and a miss by Owen Bennett, strike 3. And that will retire the side.
No errors and none left.
And be Bennett's
For
8.
the Athenians. 8th strikeout for Young on the night. After 4 complete, Athenians and Stars are still scoreless. Getting reports from the Sagamore Conference again. It was 6-0 at last check. Tri-West over Southmont.
Right.
It was 10-0. Chargers over the Warriors in the 4th.
Yeah, it's 9-0 now. 9-0 Tri-West over
9-0 Tri-West.
Southmont. 0-0 here at the Athenian Complex. And then trying to get that Frankfurt-Lebanon game. You think I'd text Coach Coddington? Think he'd send me a text message back?
Well, I texted Coach Cosgrave's wife. I don't know if she's there or not. But
that was is Chris still helping?
He is. He is on the varsity staff. We got a final. North Montgomery over Danville, 11-0.
Wow.
Clary with the complete game.
Wow.
As you said, 9-0 Tri-West over
Southmont.
Let's see.
And I think Weimer started on the hill for Southmont tonight.
Which I was just going to ask you. That's a little surprising because he's not a guy I would think would give up a lot of runs.
Right.
But you know what? Tri-West has a pretty potent offense, and we really did a nice job. Really did a nice job on.
Batting the shortstop, Riley Reagan.
Will Willems is it softball?
Is he?
Just looked it up. 11 softball brings 11 to the plate. Of course, this was almost an hour ago, and so he may have made his way over to the baseball game. But it was 7-0 Lady Tigers over the Hot Dogs. And softballs, Kellerman's 1-0 pitch curveball is taken for a strike. Count runs to 1-1.
One of my buddies from high school is the Frankfurt softball head coach. So sounds like he's taking another one on the chin a little bit tonight against the Lady Tigers.
We'll take it just low, just missed. As 1-1 is fouled off by Reagan.
So no text from Coach Cosgrave's wife?
I haven't got anything from her yet. She may not have gone. Does
his son run track?
No, his son plays baseball.
His son plays baseball?
Yeah,
okay. Oh, boy.
That's a great pitch right there. I don't know where that missed. Must have been inside or maybe a little bit low. Had to have been inside would be my guess. That looked like that was right at the knees. So the count runs full to the Star leadoff hitter. That'll be popped straight up on the infield. Kellerman calls everybody off and will do it himself and retire the Stars leadoff man.
Okay, I have a question for you, Coach.
Yes, sir.
When you pitched, fly ball back to the pitcher, were you allowed to catch it?
unless I was on the mound and I did not have to move, I was not allowed to touch the baseball.
I was right there.
I was the, of course, especially at college. Now, high school ball was a little different, but for the most part, Kellerman's first pitch is taken low to the.
But you know what? He took 3 steps to his right. 3 steps to his left, and he made the catch.
And in everyone else's defense, as Kellerman's 1-0 pitch, curveball's taken high for a ball to run to 2-0. He would be one of the best. One of the best outfielders too. So he's a guy. Exactly. He's a guy that you want any ball he can get to. You want him to catch it anyway.
Right.
This 2-0's taken there right down the middle for a strike.
You have Will's telephone number?
I do not.
I don't either.
I do not. Guess I could send a message via Twitter as Martinez fouls that pitch off. I was thinking maybe somebody at the Frankfurt Times would be there too, but there's nothing from the Frankfurt Times either, which is interesting.
Right.
2-2 pitch is taken down low for a ball, running the count full.
Southmont Tri-West defeated Southmont 2-1 in softball tonight.
Kellerman's 3-2 pitch grounded by Martinez to McCarty, who throws over to first to retire Martinez. That is out number 2.
The catcher, John Bromberich.
Batter is now John Bromberich. Bromberich is one for 2. He flew out to center his last AB, but also has a bunt single on the evening.
On a ball that got him on the end of the bat. He was running around the base
shaking
his hands.
Shaking those hands on a cold night like tonight.
Exactly.
That is always the worst.
Mm-hmm.
That is always the worst. On a cold night.
He did. Nothing. I haven't found anything on Lebanon Danville.
There's nothing there.
Yeah,
so
Craig,
we will.
Craig's looking on Game Changer and hasn't found anything there either. So.
I don't know if they do. They might do Game Changer. I'm not sure what Kaz does. As Bromberich takes a curveball inside for a ball. Curveball pulled foul. That was 1-1.
Well, the Athenians are at Frankfurt Saturday for a conference matchup.
After just defeating the Hot Dogs here this past weekend in the Athenian Invitational, 7-3. Game obviously does not go toward the conference standings. Swing and a miss by Bromberich.
Pitch by Kellerman.
Again, the MO on Bromberich is get him out on his front foot just like that as he was there, as he tried to pull that thing to the hill, deep out and right. Taken for a ball there. Count runs to 2-2. 0-3-0 for the Stars. 0-0-0 for the Athenians as Bromberich will pop that into left field. That will be caught by Cam Saunders.
No errors and none left.
So the second 1-2-3 in a row for Kellerman.
After having some trouble in the early innings, Kellerman has settled down and done a really nice job to retire the Stars here in the latter 2 innings. So we go to the bottom of the 5th. Still no score between your Athenians and the Western Boone Stars. Really, for the most part, really a great outing by both Kellerman and Peyton Young.
If you're 2 former pitchers like Coach Coy and I, you're truly appreciating this baseball game. I mean, he just caught that right off the hip. But 2 pitchers just doing a great job, going up there throwing strikes. both of them challenging hitters, you know what I'm saying? I mean, and just going after it. So I'm really surprised to see Young back out here to start the bottom of the fifth.
How many pitches is he at?
He is at 51. Kellerman is now at 87.
Again, they really have not. There has not been one solid ball been hit off of Peyton Young. So really no reason to.
We've not hit one out of the infield.
No, we have not. And really, neither one of those balls have been hit solid.
No.
So really, just a dominating performance. He does have 8 strikeouts in tonight's contest as well against the Athenian lineup. Up for the Athenians will be the 6, 7, and 8 hole hitters for the Athenians in the form of Saunders, Decker, and McCarty. And sometimes, Peyton Young, arguably one of the very best pitchers in the Sagamore Conference, if not the best. Jackson Wynn, obviously very good for the Warriors. Justin Clary really has done a nice job for North Montgomery, really thrown really well this season. But I would take, Peyton Young's really done a nice job and really one of the very best in the conference this year.
Yeah, he's done a fantastic job.
There's Cam Saunders. Saunders will take the first pitch low in the dirt for a ball. Gets by Bromberich.
Saunders struck out in the second.
One of 3 strikeout, two or three strikeouts looking on the night for the Athenians. He just gets under this one. This is a towering pop fly. That Riley Reagan will catch out in left field for out number 1. A towering fly ball. Just a towering fly ball.
Number 6.
Brings up the
Decker.
right fielder for the Athenians, Jake Decker. Jake Decker struck out his first time. Not many at-bats on the season for Decker as he will bunt that right down the third, but the third baseman, Kopic, playing it well all the way to throw out Decker at first for out number 2. So 2 quick outs. Just what the doctor ordered for the Stars here in the bottom half of the 5th. Wow, this is a big one in Indiana baseball's first pitch from Young is outside for a ball. New Pal defeats Cathedral 4-3. New Pal is 9-0 on the season. Now they're in 4A, so they've moved up.
Yeah, but
McCarty takes strike 1.
To beat Cathedral's huge.
Cathedral struggled this year after going undefeated last year. That's their 4th loss of the year.
Is it really?
4th loss of the year. They lost the first week to Noblesville, the Justin Keevers ball club. First game out of the gate is Peyton Young's fastball is taken for a ball to run the count to 2-1. Sean Lyons, head coach at New Pal, does really a nice job. That's a baseball factory, really an athletic factory as McCarty swings and misses that 0-2 offering. It doesn't matter what class they're in; they always compete. They're in a really good conference, really good baseball conference, really competitive, competitive conference that they play in, and they are always solid. So a big win there.
Delta, Pendleton Heights, Newcastle, Greenfield. I mean, that's a pretty solid conference on
the
side of the state over there. So
it is. Swing and a miss
by McCarty. So 9
by
strikeouts.
McCarty.
No runs, no hits, no errors.
McCarty had walked in his first at bat.
So the Athenians go down in order. Again, 9 Ks for the Stars. So we are still scoreless after 5 innings. Only 3 hits on the night.
Yeah,
all by the Stars.
All in the first 2 innings.
And they are in the first 2 innings. So no hits since the second by either club. So really a nice job by the pitchers. And it's going to take one. It may, like you said 2 runs might win this game. It might be less than 2.
Yeah.
It might take less than 2 tonight.
Right.
And you can guarantee that both Coach Webb and Coach Froge are going to look to play for that one run, especially with the Athenians coming with the top of the order in the next inning here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. So this will be their opportunity, whereas the Stars...
They send up 4, 5, and 6 against Kellerman here.
Yes,
in the top,
they do.
Top
and these
of
are the guys that have had a decent night. Popplewell has
struck out looking and was
hit by a pitch.
Yep. Young grounded into the inning double play in the first, and then grounded out to second in the third, and then Collins led off the top of the second with a double to right and struck out in the third. So Kellerman 87 pitches through 5, and
for the Stars, the first baseman,
Peyton Young 72 pitches through 5.
And they again have Martinez down throwing in the bullpen. Obviously the pitch count not yet starting to become an issue, but something that the Athenians will have to start thinking about the more and more pitches Kellerman throws as he throws that first pitch for a ball.
Blackburn's been down in the bullpen warming up for the Athenians, so I'm sure he's ready to go whenever called upon.
Pitch runs inside to go to 2-0.
Next game, let's make a pact right now. Next game you and I work, it's Sunny and 75. Can we do that?
I think we can we can order that all we want, but Indiana again plays by its own set of rules as Popplewell swings and misses. At the 2-1 offering from Kellerman here now, or the 2-0 offering here now is the 2-1, as that's going to be grounded weakly back to Kellerman. He sets and makes a throw to first to retire Popplewell for out number 1. Now we'll bring up Peyton Young.
Yeah, Peyton's 0 for 2 on the day.
The pitcher, Peyton Young.
Guy who swings a decent bat, but has really struggled the 2 times that I've seen him. But they obviously pay him to pitch, so he swings and misses there. Healthy hack at that one. That was a big hack there. 0-1 to Peyton Young. And, of course, we talk about the weather, and Indiana decides to get a little sense of humor, and the wind is now coming from the north directly in our faces. Thanks, Scott.
Hey, no problem. No problem. Glad I could order that up for us.
Oh. Comes the 1-1 to Kellerman.
We need
to swing and a miss.
Have you seen those little pop-up tents people set in for baseball games? We need to invest in one of those for us. Just setting a little pop-up tent.
Let's send an invoice to Daryl Hobson.
Yep, there you go.
This is a program need for the baseball boosters. As we're technically part of the baseball program. We're doing the broadcast.
Right, exactly.
As Peyton Young takes the
This
1-2 pitch outside.
Brought to you by Hobson Electric.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Free advertising.
That's right.
If you need any electrical work done at your house, I can attest that Daryl Hobson does a fantastic job.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. So Young works the count full from Will Kellerman. He fouls that pitch off. Really a tough pitch there, but Young able to get a piece of it and foul it straight back. Is able to see another. Gets the sign and deals. Swing and a miss. Great pitch right there. Good at bat. Pitch by Kellerman to retire Young for out number 2.
6 strikeouts for Kellerman.
Left fielder, Adam Kahn.
That'll bring out Coach Welliver. He's going to make the change. That'll be the end of the day for Kellerman. Bring in Josh Blackburn.
What pitch number was that?
That was 4-11, pitch number 98.
98, keeping him under 100. So I think that's just 3 days rest, which means he would be eligible to pitch against the Hot Dogs on Saturday.
Gotcha. So what did I say? 6 strikeouts.
So 6 Ks for Kellerman. Only gave up the 3 hits. Did walk, it looks like 3 here, did hit 1.
Crawfordsville is number 20, Josh.
So Kellerman is going to get the no decision for tonight's contest, but really did a nice job. Really kept his team in the game despite the offensive struggles. Josh Blackburn's done a really nice job so far in relief this season. We talked about in the West Lafayette game, the one thing you want your relievers to do, Scott, is you want them to come in and pound the strike zone. And that's exactly what Josh Blackburn does, is he pounds the strike zone for the Athenians and forces the hitters to earn it. And that's one thing that, separates really, good teams from great teams, is the ability of guys to be able to come out of the bullpen and throw consistent strikes. And that's what Josh has been able to do and has provided for the Athenians. Looking to see here real quick, Josh Blackburn is officially 1-0. This will be his 5th appearance of the season. He's 5 innings pitched. He's given up 4 hits, 2 earned runs.
So
struck out 5 and walked 1. Has given up 1 home run.
So that's just a straight position change, 8-1.
Number 21 for your Athenians, Will
Kellerman moves to center field, and then Blackburn moves from center field to pitcher. So, thought you were going to join the ranks of me here and.
Oh, yeah.
Cover up a little bit.
I'm getting the blanket out.
I'm telling you. I've had it out for a couple innings. I'm not going to be too proud here.
How do you spell soft? Tommy, as Blackburn's first pitch is taken for a strike right there.
Mm-hmm. Softy is SCOTT, I can tell you that. So
I have no shame in saying that I'm using also my wife's blanket right here, as this is my darling wife. She looked at me this morning as you see Cons take the curveball for a strike to run the count to 0-2. She's like, "That's my good blanket." I said, "Yeah, it's warm."
Oh, yeah. Foul ball?
Foul ball.
Wow.
Just made contact with it. I don't know how, but somehow
I
think he accidentally ran into that one. As now we see some action in the Athenian bullpen as Austin Warren looks like he's going to go down and start to get loose.
Yep.
For the Athenians as Blackburn comes with the 0-2 that's I think for 0-2 may have caught too much of the plate and even surprised the umpire. That
exactly. That was wow.
Look pretty good there, but that's all right. It's 1-2. Not going to take 2 in a row, obviously, right there. As another curveball is taken for strike 3, and the Athenians go down in order.
Tell you what, that's third inning in a row that the Stars have gone down after putting the leadoff runner on in each of the first 3 innings. So nice job by Athenian pitchers to go out, throw strikes, and get out of the inning. So Peyton Young back out for his 6th inning of work.
Cade Fitzwater, and then the top of the order. So if you are the Athenians, this is the inning that you want things to happen. Your top hitter's coming up to the plate. Your leading hitter statistically is due up 3rd this inning. But again, Young has really done a nice job tonight. Really done a nice job. Really hasn't had to go much to the changeup tonight. Really just been all fastballs and curveballs, but he has been pretty well pinpoint with his control, which has been, I think, the difference on the night. He has just been really efficient with the baseball. So, as you said, Scott, looks like we're right now, all we're playing for is a run. That's all we need.
Yeah.
Both teams just playing for a run at this point. Both teams really struggling to get anybody on base, as we have not had a hit since the 2nd inning, which was the double out to right by Adam Cons, and we have been quiet since then. So Young versus Fitzwater to start the bottom half of the 6th inning.
Athletes are to report to the middle of the field, please. All Crawfordsville
Drop. That's softball. Never mind.
Fastball is taken outside for a ball by Fitzwater.
Thought I had a Lebanon Frankfurt score, but that was softball.
I'll say 7-0 was the last check. That was Will Willems again. And fastball is taken for a strike on the inside corner. Run the count to 1-1.
Yeah, nothing.
Young's delivery to Fitzwater is called strike.
Wow.
And the count to 1-2.
I don't know if he's saying that Cade's not pulling the bat back fast enough, or if he's calling.
I think that one was a strike anyway. That was pretty well right there on that outside corner.
Wow.
And we'll step off, take a deep breath here, and get back. Get the sign that he wants from Bomberic. He now. They're not on the same page, looks like, so he's going to call Bomberic out.
Prairie, 75. Crawfordsville, 57. In the boys' event, it was Crawfordsville.
Listening to the scores.
Prairie, 54.
Looks like the Lady Gophers defeated the Lady Athenians in track this evening, and the gentlemen get the victory over the Gophers this evening. So official split at the track meet. The Lady Athenians fall to the Lady Stars in softball by a score of 8-2 as Fitzwater swings and misses on that outside fastball for strike 3.
Strikeout number 10 for Peyton Young.
That'll bring us back to the top of the order in the form of Josh Blackburn. Josh Blackburn is 0 for 2 on the evening with a strikeout, or actually 0 for 1, I'm sorry.
Yep.
Strikeout looking in the first and a sacrifice bunt. He will foul that pitch straight back, and that one will go on to the softball field. So once again, Young is ahead like he has been a lot this evening. Comes Young's 0-1. Blackburn, the spin on that one looked like that one was about to look like it might come back in play, but Young does the smart thing and touches it foul and then launches it toward the dugout.
Looks a little muddy over there.
It does. It goes from my days at Lebanon, and that is probably the soggiest part of the baseball field is that entire foul ground from about the home plate circle all the way down probably to the home plate in the visitors' bullpen. That's a soggy area.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not where a lot of foot traffic is, so that helps. At least not game-wise. A lot of obviously the opponents are there, but comes the 0-2 to Blackburn. Ball is taken high. That is now 1-2 to Josh Blackburn. You said that was the 10th strikeout by Peyton Young.
Yep.
I think the most that the Athenians have struck out this season. I think they have won at 12 this year, I think, right?
Possibly.
Blackburn fouls off that curveball, keeping the count at 1-2. Just going to take one here. Both teams looking for that run. Both teams just looking for a base runner.
Exactly.
It's been a struggle to get anybody on base the last 3 innings. Blackburn will pop that one up. That's going to be a tough play, but it's going to get out as Blackburn is making it hard for Young with 2 strikes, fouling off some really good tough 1-2 pitches. It's the name of the game at this point. Get the pitch count up from Young.
This will be Blackburn's 6th pitch of the at bat, and only the fourth time this game that Young has thrown more than 5 pitches to a hitter.
That's just, that's efficiency right there. That was
exactly.
Goal when I was at Lebanon, goal when I was in high school was 4 pitches or less.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can do that, which he has done, you said, masterfully tonight. It's another foul ball straight back, just missed.
Yeah.
That elevated fastball from Peyton Young. Tell you what, it doesn't seem like Young's velocity has really gone down either. He's still throwing just as well and just with the same amount of velocity here in the 6th as he did in the opening innings. Blackburn will foul off another curveball. Really good at bat.
Yep.
By Josh Blackburn here.
This will be the 8th pitch of the at bat for Blackburn.
Used to do the old quality AB charts. This would be a plus for the long AB by Blackburn no matter the result. He'll take that fastball high inside for a ball to run the count to 2-2. So again, a really good at bat here for the leadoff hitter Josh Blackburn, which is generally the job of the leadoff hitter. Mm-hmm. See a lot of pitches, make the pitcher work. And gets the pitch call he wants now, and the 2-2. That pitch is going to be golfed down the right field line. Going to be a tough play, but just foul. That's a great effort by Duncan Reed out there in right. Just missed and was just foul.
If that ball stays fair, he probably catches it. Yeah.
You know what, though? That might, but if he misses, that's probably a double.
Oh, exactly.
I mean, he's... Which, if that's a fair ball, too, more than likely he's probably not going to die because he wants to keep him at first base anyway.
Right. Great hustle by Duncan Reed, though, as you mentioned.
Absolutely. And a tough pitch for Blackburn to foul off there as well.
That's going to get
to the gap. Base hit by Blackburn. He is going to be up at second base with a stand-up double.
10th pitch of the at-bat for Blackburn, and he strokes a double to deep center field. Great at-bat by Blackburn. Coach, that's the one thing you said. Both coaches just want a base runner. There's your base runner with your best bunter coming up the bat.
Well, really with your best hitter right now. He is.
Yeah, he's your best
He is
hitter.
0 for 2 this evening. He has struggled with a ground ball out to second, and he struck out in his last at bat.
Right.
But the guy you want up in this spot is Carson Scott. Like you said, best bunter.
Well, I tell you what, first Athenian hit, a double to center field on a 10-pitch at bat by Josh Blackburn. Just a great job by him up there. Just keep fouling pitches off. Finally got one that he could drive and stung it right past. Who's in center field for the Stars?
That's Martinez.
Martinez in center field.
Center field, yep. So the Athenians have something going here. Blackburn at second. Carson Scott takes a good hack on that fastball, but is fouled back toward the netting on the first base side to run the count to 0-1. Best opportunity that the Stars have had, or not the Stars, but the Athenians have had this evening. Only had a runner on second base at one other point in tonight's contest. Here's his time is called by Scott.
Yeah, great job by Carson. Yeah, McCarty reached second base in the third inning after reaching on a walk and then was sacrificed to second by Blackburn.
And that's all we've had, I think, on
that's it. We haven't touched third base
runners
yet.
On the evenings. Young now gets the sign. He does check on Blackburn at second.
Kellerman reached on a walk in the first.
And delivers to Scott. As that is high and tight for a ball. Now goes to 1-1. Blackburn at second with the one-out double. Carson Scott, the batter. Take off, throw to second.
Oh, boy.
He is safe. Just got back.
Yeah, he did.
Just got back.
Throw on the other side of the bag. He had to reach across.
Really set him up there, too.
He
they
did.
both the shortstop and the second baseman had completely gone away from second base. Good time for that, too. Really good call there by the Stars, but Blackburn just able to get back. Gets a sign, checks on Blackburn again, and delivers the 1-1 to Scott, as that's going to be a base hit into right field.
They're going to send him. He's got to send him.
There comes the throw. That is going to be high.
Blackburn, we'll give that a double. We'll give Carson
Scott
going to
be a double.
A double and an RBI for Carson Scott. Blackburn will score from second.
Barrick went down more, just took a nice Charlie horse to the leg, but he's right back up. That throw is down. I think Blackburn's toast, but the throw is high, so the Athenians get the one run they need. Scott advances on the throw.
And that was not malicious by
either one of them,
because the blow's coming to bring Bromberg up the line, and Josh is coming down the line, and Josh can't slide,
and I don't think
to avoid contact.
And I don't think Blackburn had anywhere he could go, and I don't know if he was more paying attention to the plate, and I don't think there was no way for him to really move or anything. So yeah, as you said, no maliciousness there. Obviously, you can't take out the catcher anyway, or you're tossed. So really not a bad throw on the part of Duncan Reed, just high. Again, that throw is down. Unlikely Blackburn is toast at the plate, but otherwise the Athenians get the run. They have another insurance run, big one there at third base in the form of Carson Scott. Kellerman shows bunt here. The count goes to 1-0. Not a suicide squeeze there. More than likely the safety squeeze here with 1 out. Good opportunity for a safety squeeze here. Coach Webb's going to bring the infield in now to cut down this run and keep that deficit at just 1. That's a huge insurance run. Big difference between pitching with a 2-run lead than a 1-run lead, Scott.
Yes, very much so.
It's a huge difference. So a huge insurance run there. Kellerman will. And a great job by Will Kellerman. Great bunt.
Great job.
Great read by Carson Scott to score the run. First baseman never looked. First baseman never looked at Scott. It looked like he may have had a chance, but they do get the second and very important insurance run. So the Athenians go up 2-0 on the Stars with 2 down now here in the bottom of the 6th. So what the Athenians thought they were going to have to do a lot this season, manufacture runs, is exactly what they do here, and they manufacture 2, and they're not done, as Austin Warren is now the hitter. Young's first pitch to Warren is high and outside for a ball. Warren struggled this evening. He has grounded back to Young and has struck out. Young's 1-0 to Warren. High and inside for a ball. It runs to 2-0. Really good count here. Love to see Austin really kind of let loose on one here. Take out a little bit of frustration on the baseball if Peyton is going to leave one in there.
Boy.
Pitch is just outside, maybe a little low. Runs the count to 3-0. Coach Rhodes gives him the take here, obviously. Pitch is outside for a ball. So Warren will walk.
Bring up Owen Bennett. Owen's 0 for 2 on the day.
Looks like that's going to be it for the Stars. Junior starting pitcher Peyton Young, but really a solid night from Peyton Young.
Yeah, 95. I have him unofficially for 95 pitches. If this is his last batter.
10 strikeouts, all 3 hits he gave, or both hits, just 2 hits. Both given up this inning. Both those runs are earned runs. But again, manufactured runs by the Athenians. Really nice job by Athenians offensively as well.
So that'll be the end of the night for Young.
Looks like the pitcher is going to be Riley Reagan, the shortstop for the Stars. He was throwing down in the Stars bullpen last inning.
So let's see.
No stats for the Stars, but I believe this is he threw a little bit against the Tigers last week. Final, Frankfort 3, Lebanon 2.
Wow, Frankfort 3-2.
3-2, first and third
The new pitcher for Western Boone
in the
is number
7th
6,
inning. It's
Riley
usually
Reagan.
the way Lebanon and Frankfort work. It comes down to the end. Runners on first and third.
Number 7, Peyton Young.
The freshman, Garrett Harker, hits a hard ground ball up the middle, but is forced out at second to end the ball game. So sounds like a great game up at Frankfort. So Frankfort moves to 3-0 in the conference with that victory over the Tigers, and they'll have the rubber match of their series at Lebanon coming up on Thursday night. So Frankfort moves to 3-0. Lebanon drops to 2-1. And who would have believed? Who would have thought that Danville would be 0-3
right,
going into Game 4 of the conference season? Definitely not a team that you would expect to be
starting off at 0-3 in the conference. So
that's sad.
that is sad.
That is sad. Just saw the breaking news on WTHR that First Lady Barbara Bush has died at the age of 92. And honestly, was talking with my wife this weekend. I don't think her husband will be too far behind.
No, I don't either. I
Those
totally
two,
agree with you. Yep.
Those two are. I had a great aunt and a great uncle that remind me a lot of those two. That they died. They literally died. I think like 30. It was like 36 days apart.
Wow.
It's like my uncle. My great uncle just had a broken heart. He just my Aunt Amy died, and I could see President Bush going because he's not in the greatest of health either.
No, not at all.
Not in great health either. So Barbara Bush, First Lady, dead at the age of 92 as Bennett swings and misses at the Reagan, offering to run to 0-1.
Yep. We knew when they came out with the news that she wasn't going to take any more health, any more treatments or anything.
Yes.
That she may not have long, but that's a
popped
pop-up.
up, second base.
Dylan Hammerin
makes the catch to retire the side, but the Athenians get two big ones. The bottom half of the sixth, so we go to the seventh. The opportunity to win the game here for the Athenians. Score is 2-0. Up for the Stars will be Kopic, Reed, and Hammerin. So 7, 8, 9 for the Stars. Yep. Again, Blackburn is the guy on the mound. This is his game to win. His game to win. Blackburn in line for the win as he came in with 2 outs in the top half of the sixth. Sat down the one man he saw.
Athenians really haven't, Stars really haven't, they put a runner on second in the third inning, and they've gone down in order each of the last three.
And they really have only hit 3 balls hard. Two out the center that Blackburn did a really nice job of tracking down and making the catch. And then really the ball that Cons hit as well out to right really was not hit all that hard. And I think if he hit that more square, that may be a ball that leaves the ballpark. He got that a little bit off the end of the bat.
Right. And even Reagan's first hit in the first inning was just a
knobber off the end of the bat. Texas leader on the first pitch.
Right.
But that really kind of set the tone for the Stars. They really were the ones that came out and took the momentum. Really had the momentum for most of the game, and the Athenians just stemmed the tide. Kept at it. So 2-0 here, top of the 7th inning, with the Stars' third baseman, Bryce Kopic, at the plate. Again, Kopic has struggled tonight. Struck out looking at a weak ground ball out to the pitcher.
Yep. Looks like Austin Warren's headed down to the bullpen. And that ball was behind him.
That's a pitch that
not sure what grade.
Really probably should have been taken to the back, and he should have been on first base because they desperately need the base runners. That's now a ground ball to short. McCarty makes the play, throws over to first to get him.
He slowed down, I thought.
He did.
He slowed down coming into first there. But you're right, Coach. I bet he wishes he could have that first pitch back and kind of wear that right in the middle of the back a little bit.
That's huge.
Yeah.
That's huge right there.
Yep, that'll bring up Duncan Reed. Duncan has had the same fate as Kopic. Went down looking in the second, grounded up back to the pitcher in the fourth. Good curveball there by Blackburn.
For a strike. It's been by far his most consistent pitch has been that curveball all season long. 0-1 to Duncan Reed. Pitch from Blackburn, taken just high and inside. High and inside there. Now goes to 1-1. Sets and deals. Taken just low for a ball. Count goes to 2-1. Again, 0-3-0 for the Stars. 2-2-0 for the Athenians through 6 1/3. Blackburn's 2-1 is high. Count runs to 3-1. Really well played and clean game.
Yeah, really.
First, a lot of strikeouts.
Right.
16 for the game. Blackburn's 3-1. Taken low for a ball. That goes to ball 4. First walk surrendered by Blackburn. And batter
Dylan Hammerin walked in the second
Hammerin.
and struck out in the fourth. First Star base runner since the third inning.
That was a walk, too, in the third inning, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was the hit by pitch.
It was a hit by pitch.
Hit by pitch. Popplewell. Popplewell got hit in the head.
Good pitch.
Good pitch coming off the walk. Get that first pitch strike after the walk. That's huge there. Running the count 0-1. Checks the runner, does Blackburn. Ground ball, line, tough play off the glove of Carson Scott. Good effort to keep that ball in the infield. Just missed it.
Give out a base hit.
That's a base hit. Tough play by Scott, but the Stars are in business now with runners on first and second. Stars get to the top of the order, which is what they wanted, in the form of Riley Reagan. Reagan had a base hit in the first inning.
Walked in the second and popped out to the pitcher in the fifth. His little nubber just went over the head of Sammy Riddle in the first inning. So see if the Athenians, McCarty and Scott, can turn something over here. Ground ball to Cade, step on third and throw across would be nice here as well.
Side curveball's taken down low for a ball. Coach Webb did not give any signs to Reagan, so it looks like Reagan's going to be free to swing at any pitch here as he takes ground ball right there to Fitzwater, bobbles it a little bit. The throw over to first is not in time, but a good pick by Riddle to make sure that ball does not get by him, or else that's a run, maybe two, if that gets down the fence. Blackburn got the ground ball that he wanted.
Yep. Bases loaded.
Bases full of Stars, and the batter is Felix Martinez, who did put a charge into one out to center field earlier in the contest.
Yep.
That's going to be a base hit. One run will score. The ball gets by Saunders out in left.
Wow.
And we've got a tie game. Two-run score. Reagan gets to third. Martinez at second. And we've got a tie game with Bromberich, now the hitter for the Stars.
The catcher, John Bromberich.
So you think
Owen's going to go out to talk to Blackburn here. Looks like Coach Fred's going to come out to talk to the umpire. I don't know if he's checking on mound visits and what he has left. If he has to, because there's a certain number of mound visits he has before he has to take the pitcher out. So he's going to come and he's going to talk to Blackburn, get the guys calmed down a little bit. Going to bring in the infield. More than likely going to play with the infield in would be my guess to cut down these runners. Has been the issue tonight. Has been the walks. This time the walks come back to bite the Athenians on the base hits.
Yep. Got
a ground ball to third. Really was going to be a tough play for Fitzwater, may going to his left.
Yep. Nice job by Riddle, though, to knock it down and keep it on. Big play, because, you know, you're down 3-2 now if he doesn't knock that down.
For sure.
So nice job by him.
For sure. So they're going to put Bromberich on to load the bases to set up a force play at any base.
Bring up Trevin Popplewell. Popplewell struck out looking in the first, hit by a pitch in the third, and grounded back to the pitcher in the fifth.
So the big item here, is how they want to pitch to him here, and what the Stars decide that they want to do here. Obviously, a squeeze situation, obviously in play here with the bases loaded.
Yep, you got the speedy Riley Reagan down at third base. Cade's got to come with him if he breaks. So Cade's got to be paying attention here. If Riley breaks, he needs to take off.
Good block by Bennett to keep that thing in front. Ball is down low. Reagan at third. Martinez at second. The courtesy runner Benson at first. Another curveball taken for a ball by Popplewell. Runs the count to 2-0.
Yep.
Big pitch right here for Blackburn. Really kind of the... Popplewell will call time. It's a pitch that Blackburn's got to get right here. So really a good spot for Popplewell to be in here.
Very much so.
Blackburn does not want to go down 3-0. There's a 2-0. Pitch taken right there.
Nice
First
pitch.
strike. Really good pitch.
Yeah,
not a pitch that Popplewell was going to be able to do much with anyway. Right on the low outside corner.
Yep.
So 2-1 to Blackburn.
Nice job painting the corner there by Josh.
That is more than likely going to score a run. It's out to left.
Nobody's covering third.
Covering third. And the Stars have taken the lead on the sacrifice fly by Popplewell. Still runners on first and second now. 2 down for the Athenians as the batter is now Peyton Young.
8th batter of the inning for the Stars.
They do have an error up.
Yeah.
Probably on Fitzwater.
Kate on Fitzwater, yep.
Actually, it may have been on Saunders out and left.
Well, it was on Fitzwater, and I thought about giving Saunders the error and left, but he would have had to make a good throw.
That would have been a good throw anyway.
So. Yep. I scratched it out.
Blackburn's 1-0 to Young is down low for a ball. Good block again by Bennett. Bennett's done a great job tonight behind the plate. He's worked some tough pitches and kept everything in front of him. Has not let a ball get to the backstop all night. So Young ahead here, 2-0. Good lead by Martinez out there at second base. Curveball by Blackburn just misses outside. Count goes to 3-0 to the Stars center fielder Peyton Young. Again, Martinez at second, Benson at first. Curveball taken high for a ball that will again load the bases for the Stars, and the batter is now Adam Kahns, the left fielder. He does have a double tonight, but has struck out in his last 2 plate appearances.
Adam Kahns.
That is the 6th walk to a Star batter today. Coach 3 in this inning.
That was the difference in the first 2 innings as well. As
Yep.
Kellerman walked 3 in the first 2 innings as well, and then they hit a guy in the third. Swing and a miss.
Wow.
That curveball by Kahns always amazes me. 4 straight balls. Guy swinging
at the first
pitch
Yep.
with the bases loaded. Again, he'll foul that pitch back off here to the third base side. Count now runs to 0-2. 3 runs in this inning for the Stars on just 1 base hit.
Yep.
The 0-2 from Blackburn. Ground ball up the middle. McCarty very easily tosses it to Scott, and that will end the inning. The Stars again get 3 runs on just 1 base hit, and they do leave the bases loaded. So the Athenians will bat here in the bottom half of the 7th inning, trailing 3-2. And who do they have coming up here, Scott? They have Saunders, Decker, and McCarty. So 6, 7, 8 will be up for the Athenians here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Riley Reagan on the hook for the win for the Stars this evening. Peyton Young officially with a no decision. Now for the Stars, who's on the hook for the loss with 3 runs, saves him. Again, the big thing in the last inning, 3 big walks.
Yeah.
And that has been the bugaboo for the Athenians all season long, is the walks. The walks, and then you compound those with the errors. Just the 1 error that inning. Really, I mean, theoretically, you could say there were 2 errors. You could call Fitzwater's play there an error, but then you could also say that the 2 runners that advanced 1 base on the
misplay,
out and left.
Yep. Yeah, that was, yeah.
So here we go. The Athenians rallied
Leading off for your
2 weeks ago,
the left fielder,
just
Dan
missed
Saunders.
rallying against the Bruins last week. In about the same circumstances.
Yep, game you and I did.
Yes, we've had some really good contests here as Saunders will take first pitch high for ball 1. Both of our games have been pretty exciting.
Yeah.
We have
both with about the same weather conditions.
Yes. That's right down the middle for a strike as Saunders sees the count evened at 1-1. He will be turned loose here, I am sure. Reagan goes to the delivery and deals. Swing and a miss. Good swing by Cam there.
Yep.
Just a little bit out front. Count now goes to 1-2.
That's a tie ball game right there if he connects with that one.
Yes, it is. 1-2. Curveball. That's one that he might want back as well.
Well, it worked out for the Stars last inning. Let's hope
It
it works
sure
out.
did.
Let's hope it works out for us here in this half.
It sure did. Here's the 2-2 offering from Reagan. Fouled off by Saunders there. Pretty tough pitch there.
Yeah.
And he will see another pitch at 2-2. Fouls that over the top of the third base dugout. Say he turned on that just a bit.
Just a bit.
See what Reagan decides he's going to do here. Ron Barrick's going to talk to him. He's thrown 2 consecutive fastballs
on
2-2. And Cam has gotten pretty good stick on it. We'll see what they decide to throw here. Hopefully Cam has a little bit of an idea maybe to foul off a tough curveball here, but obviously hit a mistake and hit it hard. Reagan getting the sign from Bombarek, shakes him off, goes to the delivery, and deals. Ground ball that left side, gets by the first baseman, nobody there. And that's going to be an E3.
You get a pinch runner here? Pinch runner maybe?
Cam's got decent speed. I'm sure he'll leave him there. He's a smart base runner, too. Not going to make any serious mistakes.
Jake Decker coming to the plate for the Athenians. Jake 0 for 2, struck out in the second, grounded out to the third baseman in the fifth.
Decker.
I imagine you're looking at a bunting situation here for Decker. Cal McCarty on deck for the Athenians. Tell you what, Coach, temperature dropping. Wow.
I am so over.
I am too.
This cold weather.
Yeah.
Decker squares the bunt, pulls back.
Boy.
Coach Webb's going to take time out here to talk to his defense to set up the defense here. Obvious bunting situation.
Right.
More than likely, Coach Froge is going to keep the bunt on, but Coach Webb just making sure that his defense knows what they are doing. Okay.
Well,
more than likely not going to be a hard enough bunt either to turn a double play. It's going to take an almost laser bunt that I don't think is going to happen to double Cam off or get Cam at second base, but also want to make sure if you're Jake Decker, just get the bunt on the ground.
Right. And you know what? You get it down third base. You get it up here close enough to the home plate. Saunders may be able to turn it from the first to third situation if the shortstop doesn't rotate over. Now, it is Martinez. I'm sure you'll see him rotate over to third base, but potentially, he's an outfielder, so potentially you could make a little bit of a run here. So
It's not going to matter if Reagan's not able to throw strikes, as that ball is low and is now 2-0 to the Athenians. I'm about to put my winter jacket on. I got the winter jacket on too, and I'm fairly comfortable here as Decker takes a 2-0 delivery inside for a called strike to run the count to 2-1.
You've made it much further than I did. I put my coat on in about the third.
Squares again.
Oh, boy.
Offers it a really tough pitch to bunt. Count now goes to 2-2.
I didn't see the sign. I didn't see it. He may not be bunting here. Just watch his right hand, see if it slides up the bat.
Kopic is still in at third. Decker will go back to the pitcher. It would have been really difficult to get Cam at second, but Saunders did take a big round as there was not anybody covering at third base.
Right.
Young came in from center field, and he had to pull a catcher and block the throw from the first baseman, Popplewell. So Saunders moves down to second base as Decker sacrifices him over.
Because if Young doesn't stop that ball, it's out in the left field.
And Saunders is at third base, just 90 feet away.
Right.
Tying run. McCarty takes first pitch high for a ball.
McCarty walked in the third, and struck out in the fifth. 0 for 1 officially on the day for Cale. I'll tell you what, we spoke a little bit before the game. Cale is definitely due for a base hit here.
Pops that one up. That's going to be a tough play. Young will come in and make the catch for out number 2. Just got underneath that one. Just underneath that one.
Yep. So that'll bring up
Cade Fitzwater. Cade Fitzwater was the guy with this same spot last week against Tri-West. Tying run on base. 2 outs.
Gonna have a pinch runner here, maybe?
Looks like we are. I think probably Andrew Martin would be my guess.
Yep.
It is indeed going to be the freshman Andrew Martin. Very good runner, speedy runner for the Athenians.
The pinch runner at second base is number 29, Andrew Martin.
You just straight change.
Yep.
If he were to score to tie the game, Saunders would obviously re-enter in the top half of the 8th. Good spot for the senior Fitzwater to be in right here. And Andrew Martin at second. There are 2 down.
Yep.
That's the biggest run for the Athenians. It is the tying run. First pitch from Riley Reagan is pop foul. Out of play. Good pitch to hit there.
Yep.
Good first pitch to hit. Coach Froach giving him the green light.
Yep. Tell you what, if he could just get one down the left field line, Andrew Martin's going to score.
Takes a look at Martin at second and deals. Ground ball up the middle, going to be right at Martinez, and he has no play.
Oh, what's? He
dropped the ball.
He dropped the ball.
Wow.
I was like, why is he
really got lucky? Martin was not paying attention, but just kept going. Perfect throw to Bromberek. And he drops it. So a tie game. The Athenians are somehow had built up some good karma somewhere, and the karma helps with the Athenians. So
that's the Stars' third error this inning.
Third error of the inning.
Error of the inning.
The batter is now Josh Blackburn. Fitzwater is at first as Blackburn fouls that one straight back into the screen.
Did Coach Froach grab Andrew Martin and talk to him on the way in the dugout?
He made his way there.
I'm not sure he sent him. I think
he
Andrew
did not.
Just
Martin just kept going.
Yeah.
I think Martin assumed that the throw was made.
Right.
Swing and a miss. Big cut there by Blackburn. Count goes to 0-2.
We might get extra baseball tonight.
We are going to get extra baseball. If it was like 80, it'd be awesome. But gosh dang it.
3.
Strike 3 there for the Athenians. But they do what they got to do. They tie the game to push this game to extra innings. So we get free baseball, everybody. Free baseball for you and for you, Duggar. Free baseball for everyone. I like us some free baseball. Although, if you're the economics person, you know there's no such thing as a free lunch, so nothing is ever free, but that's okay.
Right.
That's all right. So all 3 runs for both teams come in the last 2 innings after going through and having nothing but goose eggs through the first 5.5 innings. 2 runs by the Athenians in the bottom half of the 6th. They give up 3 to the Stars in the top half of the 7th, and then they tie the game to the Athenians in the bottom half. So we go to extras. The new pitcher for the Athenians will be Austin Warren, as he will see the 7, 8, 9 hole hitters. Same as the last inning, but it was that 7, 8, 9 that got the Stars the lead. Again, recapping. Last week we were the last game to finish when we did the broadcast, Mike Schubert and I. And tonight we will be as well. As on the evening, Frankfort, North Montgomery, and Tri-West all victorious in their Sagamore Athletic Contest. We're just waiting for our game here at the Athenian Athletic Complex to finish. Again, Tommy Coy and Scott Smith, glad to be with you. We'd much rather be warmer than we are, but still a pleasure to bring tonight's contest with you. We do apologize for the technical difficulties that we had in the first couple of innings. But Coach Tony Bean, the steely-eyed missile man that he is and the miracle worker that is able to do about anything. I'm surprised that guy can't do like manicures and pedicures and emergency plastic surgeries and maybe even fill some cavities and things. I wouldn't be surprised if that guy could do that. But Coach Bean gets us back on the air to bring you this game that is in extra innings here at the Athenian Athletic Complex. Again, the Stars will have their 7, 8, 9 hole hitters up here in the top half of the 8th inning. Again, they batted around in the top half of the 7th.
Right.
And again, Kopic was the guy, even though he grounded out, that really kind of was the starter of the Star Rally. Warren's first pitch is going to be a tough play. Fitzwater charges and throws a bullet to first that Kellerman is able to pick and get the first out. 1 pitch, 1 out. Just what the doctor ordered for Austin Warren. And now the batter is the right fielder, Duncan Reed. Duncan Reed is 0 for 2. Walked and scored. And he walked one of the 3 walks in the 7th inning. One's first pitch way outside for a ball. Just talked about the raw power that Austin Warren has in that right arm. There is some he has gotten a lot more velo since last year. The consistency comes. He is going to be a dangerous pitcher as the ball is grounded right back to Austin. He throws and gets Reed at first. Throw to Kellerman. That is 3 pitches and 2 outs for the sophomore hurler here in the bottom half of this, or the top half of this 8th inning.
Dylan Hammerin singled and scored in the 7th, and struck out in the 4th and walked in the 2nd.
Swing and a miss. Again, the difference in philosophy with some of these teams is always interesting to watch. Here you have a relief pitcher just throwing 3 pitches, and you turn your 9-hole hitter loose. Right. Swings and misses at that first pitch, and obviously takes the pitch high for a ball. This is just going to be the 6th pitch of the inning for the Athenians. Reliever Austin Warren, as that's taken for the 2nd strike.
Could be a 7-pitch inning for Warren here. Oh, boy.
Pitch is just high. Just high. Count is now 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3 for Austin Warren, and that retires the Stars. We will now go to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Game still knotted up at 3. Really, again, Scott, this has been a pretty, take away a few of the errors, it's been a pretty well-played ball game. You get 2 really good outings from the starting pitchers, both Peyton Young and Will Kellerman. Really both did it in different ways. Will struggled early on.
Right.
Got the bases loaded both in the first and the second inning that we didn't get to show, and really worked his way out of it. The big play being in the first inning, bases loaded, 1 out. Peyton Young at the plate for the Stars. Ground ball. The only way they're going to turn a double play is a ball hit right at third base.
Right.
Ball goes right at third base. Cade Fitzwater gets a glove on it, gets up, steps on third, and throws a laser over to first to get the speedy Young to end that inning. And then he was able to work his way out of trouble in the second as well. And really up until the 7th inning, the Stars had looked like they were going to really kind of go away without a whimper.
Right. But
were able to pour in 3 runs. But the big item was the walks.
Right, exactly.
And it was really kind of the same thing for the Stars. The 2 runs that the Athenians got, I believe there was a walk in that inning as well, wasn't there?
No, there were just back-to-back
doubles. It was
doubles.
back-to-back doubles, okay.
Back-to-back doubles by Blackburn and Scott.
So again, the Athenians have been able to manufacture runs, but the runs that the Stars have gotten have been generated by the walks. So let's see if the Athenians can generate runs here. They have the guys that they want up in the form of their 2, 3, and 4 hole hitters.
Yep.
Scott, Kellerman, and Warren. Carson Scott, the leading hitter for the Athenians, will take the first pitch outside and high for a ball. First time he has hit from the left side this evening. Switch hitting second baseman for. There's another pitch taken high for a ball. Count runs to 2-0.
He's the last kid you want on the base pass with the speed that he has.
And a very smart base runner as well. Really much. Will not do anything crazy, get himself in trouble on the bases. Reagan now moves the count to 3-0.
I'm not sure if he's trying to circle change there, but that ball came out of his hand really awkward. I mean,
Young
really
had a
awkward.
few pitches that he was throwing earlier in the game like that, and then he didn't really see it much. Reagan is able to get the 3-0 pitch over for a strike to move the count to 3-1. It'll be very interesting here what Scott does here on the 3-1. If he's going to take here, if he's going to get a good pitch to hit. He's going to take that for a strike. Looked a little low, but umpire saw that differently. So the count now goes full. Here comes the 3-2. Puts that right down the third base line. That's going to be a fair ball, and that is no chance.
Yeah, not a chance.
A swinging bunt right there for Carson Scott. Put that thing right on the line and is able to get down to first base. So the Athenians in business to get the bottom half of the 8th inning started with a base runner on and nobody out. With Will Kellerman at the plate.
I'll tell you what, I'm slacking over here. I'm not getting the signals from Coach, but I imagine bunting situation here for Kellerman. Small lead over there for Carson Scott. Yep. Misses that bunt opportunity on the outside. Looks like we're going to run it again here. Coach says let's do it over.
Kopic charging on the third base side. Again, Will offers it another really tough pitch to bunt there. The count now goes to 0-2.
Yep. Going to call timeout and talk to his junior first baseman.
And if Bob Taylor, which I know he does, has that on film, not real good form on either one of those bunts. And when they watch film tomorrow, I can guarantee you that will be pointed out for sure. With a guy like Coach Froese that really takes a lot of pride in his team's ability to be able to, and those are tough pitches.
Right, exactly.
Really tough pitches that are tough to bunt. But again, really tough on the form, as that's going to be outside and high for a ball to run the count to 1-2.
It's like Kellerman swinging away here.
Set and deals this Reagan. Fouls that pitch off. Look like they're doing a little bit of a slash.
Yeah, little slap swing there.
Brandon Froge, one of the very best that I ever played against at doing the left-handed slash bunt here.
Bromberg's going to call timeout and go out and have a conversation with his pitcher, Reagan.
I wonder if he's like me and still has his sunglasses on behind the dish.
I don't know. Let's check it out.
I'm finally going to take mine off. Oh yeah, he's going to go longer than I am. I just now took mine off, so I think I may have to get the winter coat out too, Scott.
I'm telling you.
Goodness. Reagan sets and deals. We'll pitch out action here. Nothing happening.
Runs the count to 2 balls, 2 strikes. So good job by Kellerman here, seeing quite a few pitches from Reagan.
Reagan comes set. Another slash as that's going to be grounded right back to Reagan. Throws to Martinez to get the out at second. He's safe at first. Really not the most ideal slash, but again, does put the ball on the ground.
Right.
And is able to beat out to ensure just the fielder's choice.
The pitcher, Austin.
So Kellerman just replaces Scott at first, now with 1 away, and now the batter is the pitcher, Austin Warren. And here is the guy that is due.
Yes.
Here's a guy that is due.
Yeah. Wind blowing in from left, right in our face if you're familiar with the Athenian complex.
And, of course, I look out there at the high school flag, and again, it's not moving.
Yep.
So Indiana having a little fun with all of us here at the Athenian complex as Austin Warren takes first pitch high for a ball.
Even the flags in right really aren't blowing very much. I mean,
but the stars and stripes are moving out there in right field as Austin takes the 1-0 offering from Reagan for a strike to move the count to 1-1. Again, Kellerman at first. Warren the hitter.
Oh, boy.
Man, that's first
tough.
pitch I've seen him call in that spot this evening.
Yep.
Thus moves to 1-2.
Boy, that's almost the exact same spot.
But it was a curveball, so it is called 2-2.
Yep.
Barber took that out of the zone, too. Instead of catching the inside part of that ball and bringing it back across the plate, he took it out of the zone. Comes Reagan's throw down to second, and that is in time to get Kellerman at second base. 4 out, number 2. I don't know who officially was on the tag there because it looked like they both caught it and then, tagged him. So count is full now to Austin Warren. Reagan comes set and deals. Ooh, line drive up the middle. That will be a base hit. Reagan put the glove up for self-defense.
That pitch runner's at first and second, but that's all right.
Actually, just first as Kellerman was
that's right. Yeah, that's right. Sorry.
So Warren is at first with the 2-out single. And now the batter is Owen Bennett. Another guy that is really due. Has had a couple of good cuts tonight. Fouled off some tough pitches. But then also has really struggled with Peyton Young as he takes the first pitch high for a ball.
Yeah, struck out twice against Young, and then he was the first batter to face Reagan and popped out to the second baseman.
Reagan sets and deals and delivers a strike there, even the count at 1-1. Things once again have gone back ahead in the hits column, but are still tied in the runs column as Owen takes one up near the dome for ball 2. Run the count to 2-1. Assistant coach, Coach Webb, is going to come out to talk with his pitcher, Reagan. Again, count is 2-1. Owen Bennett at the plate. Austin Warren getting his jacket to put on down there at first base. And we are ready for action.
Wow.
Again, 2-1 to Bennett from Reagan. Takes a hack and puts that one down the left side foul down toward the Athenian bullpen. The count now even up at 2. Again, Austin Warren at first with the 2-out single. Owen Bennett to see the 2-2 from Reagan. Curveball, he fouls down that left side foul. And we'll do it all over again at 2-2.
Just need another base hit here. Something to the gap. Get you first and third maybe. Give Cam Saunders a chance here. Who's in the on-deck circle? Strike 3.
Strike 3. Good pitch. And Owen knew it. He was not looking for the curveball there. Really a big pitch there by the senior, Riley Reagan. So the Athenians strand a runner in the 8th inning. So we'll do it all over again and play another free one. So we go to the top of the 9th inning. Athenians and Stars again tied up at 3 apiece.
Wow.
Again, for those of you joining us late, as I've seen our viewership go up a little bit, as maybe some are getting some scouting in of some kind or something, or some people have given up and they're going to go to the cars and and watch the game from the end out there.
Yep.
First 5 innings, pretty well dominated by tonight's starting pitchers,
Yep.
Peyton Young and Will Kellerman. Peyton Young threw very good game for the Stars this evening. Struck out 10, but did give up 2 runs to the Athenians, who manufactured both of those runs in the bottom half of the 6th inning to put the Athenians ahead 2-0. Before the Stars answered the Athenians with 3 runs in the top half of the 7th inning. But the Athenians had a freshman mistake turn out to be something that really actually helped them in the long run, as Andrew Martin saw the ground ball go to short, assumed that the throw was going to be made to first, but Martinez, who did not have a play at first, held on to it. Martin kept going. A strike was thrown by Martinez to Bromberg. Martin slides into the plate, and Bromberg drops the ball to tie the game at 3 apiece. And after a scoreless 8th, we now go to the top of the 9th, and the Stars will have the top of their order up in the form of Riley Reagan, who tried to check his swing on a high fastball by Warren, but the umpire behind the dish says he goes. That will move the count to 0-1.
Coach, I'm going to give you a little weather update here, brought to you by weather.com. Air temperature in Crawfordsville right now, 39. Wind out of the north at 6 miles an hour. Gives you a feels-like temperature of 35. So we're gonna cover a game one day where we're not even going to worry about wind chill or anything like that. We're going to be setting up here in a pair of shorts. That would be fantastic.
I'm giving permission to anyone within range of my voice, as Riley Reagan will turn on that fastball and single into left field to give the Stars a leadoff base runner.
Yep.
If I say anything about the heat, about it being hot, or anything this summer, I expect to have something dumped on me or to be punched or something, because I'm so over this cold weather. I want it to be hot. I was talking with Andy Craig, CMS PE teacher, yesterday as Felix Martinez stands in for the Stars. I said, I'm not a big fan of, obviously, middle school kids and the whole, puberty and, stinky, sweaty thing. But I was like, you know what? I'll take that at this point, because at least I know you're taking them outside and it's nice and hot.
Exactly.
Right now, we're all stir crazy. It's been cold. It's been miserable. Martinez takes a pitch high and outside for a ball. Just be nice to have some consistency with the weather, too. I looked, and I've talked with the kids. I know they get tired of hearing me complain about the weather. I had my blinds closed as Martinez shows bunts, but takes that pitch for ball 2. had to have my blinds closed yesterday, and all the kids got tired of hearing me say it snowed all day yesterday.
Yeah, exactly.
I couldn't even look outside. It was just making me. It was just upsetting me.
Mm-hmm.
But the average high temperature this time of year is 64 degrees. You know how many times it's supposed to get above 64 in the next 8 days, according to the forecast?
Probably none.
0.
Exactly.
As that's lined right at Josh Blackburn for the first out of the inning.
That's a tough ball. This time of night, lined right at you. That's a tough ball. Nice job by Josh. Stay behind it. Make the play. Keep rigging at first base. That'll bring up John Bromberg, sorry. Bromberg is 1 for 3 on the day. Bunted, reached on a bunt in the first. Flew out to center in the third. Flew out to the left in the fifth and was intentionally walked in the seventh.
Just take it inside for a ball. Looked like a slider thrown there by Austin Warren. Really going to be. That's going to be a pitch that if he's able to harness with his fastball and get some velocity behind it, it's really going to be a tough pitch for guys to hit, because you see a lot of major league pitchers where their slider is sometimes just as, in terms of velocity, just as hot as some of their fastballs. You see guys that throw in the upper 90s and their sliders are in the upper 80s. There was a guy, I think it was Verlander, or it may have been Felix Fernandez before he tragically passed away in the boat accident, that had a fastball in the same inning. I think it might have been the same bat, like 97, as Bromberg grounds out to third base for the second out. Had a fastball like 97, 98, and then threw a slider at 90.
Wow.
I mean, just unreal how some of these guys are able, how hard some major league guys are able to throw.
The first baseman, Trevin Popple.
Obviously, Austin Warren's not at that level.
No.
But it would be nice to see him if he could continue to develop that slider to get the velocity about the same as his fastball.
Good pitch.
Popple takes first pitch for strike. Riley Reagan on second for the Stars. The fastball is outside. Count goes to 1-1. To the Stars' first baseman, Trevin Popplewell. Again, top of the ninth. Stars and Athenians tied at 3. Pitch just misses high. Count runs to 2-1.
Boy.
I will say, not a guy to try not to complain too much about the umpire. I'm just more for consistency, but the strike zone these last 2 innings have started a little bit as Austin is able to strike out Popplewell to end the top half of the 9th inning. And it's been both ways, too. It's not like it's been just for the Athenians. There's been a couple balls that looked like they were right there on that inside corner of the plate to a couple of our guys that last inning that went on call. So we'll go to the bottom half of the 9th inning now. Still knotted up at 3. You look at the board. 3-5-0, the official line through 8.5 for the Stars, 3-5-1 for the Athenians through 8.5. Batting for the Athenians in the bottom half of the 9th inning, be Saunders, Decker, and McCarty. See if we can rally up. Come on, Mr. Bean, let's get us going. Even though you're wearing that, like I said, you're wearing that, you've got your Halloween costume garbage on, as I said there, that Cardinals jacket you're wearing.
That's the only trouble, Scott. They've won one championship in 100 years.
Hey, it's one in 100 years. I'll take it.
Hey,
I'll take it.
Hey, you're outnumbered by Cubs fans right here, baby.
You want to cover up under my blanket?
I don't.
No? All right.
Somebody else come up here and ask.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Did you really?
Cam Saunders takes the first pitch from Riley Reagan for a strike to start the 9th inning here.
We're going to make Jim Bean a Cub fan before
we are.
sometime.
Yes, we
are.
are.
I mean, all that Cardinals garb he wears all the time.
Hey, he's living in the past.
Exactly.
My goodness.
Yep.
My goodness.
Just like Yankee fans, you
Yeah,
know.
oh, man.
26 World Series, who cares?
Bunch of front runners.
Yeah.
Bunch of front runners.
When's the last time you won one?
Yeah. How many Yankee fans can actually name non-legendary Yankees that I can't name?
That's true.
You know what I mean? I mean, as Saunders hits the ground ball foul. I mean, my goodness, I could name the all-time terrible Cubs team.
Oh yeah.
Holy smokes! You could put, there's a lot of bottom feeders for that Cubs lineup. As Saunders will foul another pitch. To the left side.
Watching John Bromberg back here, every now and then he goes into the Tony Pena stance. Have you noticed that?
You know what? Another catcher that does that.
His right leg
He didn't do that until he saw Nick Bland do it from Lebanon. Nick Bland does the exact same thing at Lebanon. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Bromberg will throw down to Popplewell first to retire Saunders. 4 out, number 1. The batter is now Jake Decker, the Athenian right fielder.
Wow.
The right fielder, Jake Decker.
You may read about the Crawfordsville Western Boone game in the Thursday edition of the
V paper of Montgomery County. That's right.
There he is. There's the Tony Pena stance by Bromberg right there.
Used to, you'd see who is the here we're talking about the Yankees now. Fastball taken high for ball. Munson. Wouldn't Munson go down? He'd go on one knee, wouldn't he?
Thurman Munson, yes.
Thurman Munson could just be on just one simple knee when he caught in the 70s. That's 2-0 pitches taken for a strike by Decker from Riley Reagan. Count moves to 2-1. It's pitched to Decker, swing and a miss. Good cut there by Jake Decker. Count goes to 2-2.
Yep.
Again, bottom of the 9th here. I think it's 2-2 pitch to Decker.
No, he didn't go.
Bromberg tried to sell. The fact that Decker may have swung as it popped out of his glove. Jake runs the count full to Reagan. Just hide outside for a ball. Ball 4. So the right fielder for the Athenians on at first with just 1 out. The batter is now Cale McCarty.
Cale's 0 for 2 on the day. 0 for 2 on the day. Yeah.
He does have a walk.
Yep. Popped out to the center fielder Young in the 7th, sorry.
Which is taken inside for a called strike. McCarty's really done a nice job at shortstop this season. He offers it a really tough pitch to bunt there to run the count 0-2. Really had some big shoes to fill in the form of Trent Johnson, shortstop. But Cale never really the type of kid to look at that and say, I've got to be, replace and be Trent Johnson. He's just really done a nice job just doing what he needs to do and be Cale McCarty. Really done a really nice job at shortstop.
Right.
Really hard worker. And will continue to grow. He's just a sophomore. He fouls that pitch off to the right side. Moves the count to 1-2. And eventually, he hasn't grown much since his freshman year either. At some point, really. He's going to hit a spurt. And when he does, that pitch is taken low and outside for a ball to run the count to 2-2.
Hopefully, be as big as his dad, Matt.
I would think so. If he gets the size of his father and the feistiness of his mother, holy smokes, he's going to be an unbelievable baseball player because it's going to be strike 3 as he fouls that bunt off to the first base side for out number 2. Decker will have to go back to first base. Now the batter is Cade Fitzwater.
The third baseman, Cade Fitzwater.
Again, Jake Decker is at first after the 1-out walk. Curveball taken outside for a ball. Wind blowing in here now, again out of the north. Very chilly wind, as Scott said earlier, 39 degrees. That pitch is taken inside for a strike. Count goes to 1-1. Softball JV's playing. Western Boone leading our JV Lady Athenians 17-4 in the 5th inning. Which is high for a ball. Count now goes to 2-1. And all other Sagamore Conference games completed for the evening. North Montgomery defeating Danville 11-0. Did not get a for sure final from Tri-West, but Tri-West defeated Southmont
10-0
this evening, 10-0.
Yep.
And then Frankfort holds off a late Lebanon rally to defeat the Tigers 3-2. So Frankfort moves to 3-0 in the conference. Lebanon drops to 2-1. Tri-West moves to 2-1, as do the Chargers of North Montgomery. Southmont falls to 1-2. Danville goes to 0-3. That pitch is popped up. Big baseman Kopic will make the catch to retire the side. Jake Decker was not moving on the pitch, as he was kind of about halfway there.
No hits, no errors.
And that will be it after 9. So we'll go to the 10th.
Nice way to break in a book here.
Absolutely. Yeah, brand new book.
Brand new book. Go to extra innings.
You get to go to the extra inning to the next page.
That's awesome.
So after 9, again, 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Stars. 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Athenians, which is pretty indicative of tonight's contest. Been a pretty even back and forth affair. Both teams really limiting, for the most part, their mistakes. Walks have been an issue at times for both teams, but some key defensive plays and some big, gutsy pitches by the pitching staffs have really helped to get these teams out. Some clutch hitting, manufacturing of some runs, and taking advantage of some mistakes have really been kind of the big items here in the last inning. So again, just an inning and a half stretch there of runs for both teams, and its scoreboard says bunch of goose eggs.
Yep. Due up here in the top of the 10th inning for the Stars. 5, 6, 7. That's Peyton Young, Adam Kahns, and Bryce Kopic for the Stars. So they'll face Austin Warren, who's back out for his 3rd inning of work. Right? Yep, 3rd inning of work for Warren.
If I can't get some...
Leading off for the Stars, the center fielder, Peyton Young.
Oh, so the Pacers get some other scores actions. It's almost quarter to 9, Scott.
Wow.
Again, Tommy Coyne, Scott Smith here at the Athenian Athletic Complex. Happy to bring you tonight's
marathon.
Sagamore Athletics Marathon Contest between the Stars and the Athenians.
First pitch to Young's taken outside for ball 1. I'll take over while you're looking up some scores there, Coach. Or looking up whatever you're looking up there.
See if we can't get some scores from around around the area. That's
pitch
also
taken outside.
2-0.
So Young quickly ahead in the count. 2 balls, no strikes. For the number 5 star hitter.
See if any scores of interest from around our area other than the Sagamore Conference games.
3 straight outside pitches for Warren. 3-0 to Young. Pitch taken outside for ball 4. So 4-pitch walk to start the 10th inning for Peyton Young. That'll bring up the left fielder, Adam Kahn. Kahn doubled to start the 2nd inning, but hasn't done much since. Let's see here.
That's really been his most notable contribution tonight, has been the double that he got. I'd be surprised to see a bunt here.
Yeah, struck out twice and then reached on a fielder's choice.
As Young is back in at first for the throw over by Warren.
Throw over to Kellerman. Yep. Back in plenty of time is where you can see right there, seeing the screen there where Coach Coy talked about how soft it is over there around between the first base dugout and first base line. Here's the pitch to Kahn. Nice job by Warren to come back. First pitch strike to Kahn. So everybody's looking down to Coach to get their sign here at
opponent coming up in a week. Covington defeated Turkey Run 10-0.
Here's a bunt back to the mound. Here's a throw to first to get Kahn out as a sacrifice. So he will sacrifice Young to second base, and that'll bring up the third baseman, number 18, Kopic, I believe.
It is.
Bryce Kopic.
Yep.
Kopic. Kopic is 0 for 4 on the day. Grounded out to short, grounded out to third, and grounded back to the pitcher. Also struck out looking. He'll come up here in the top of the 10th inning with 1 out. And Peyton Young on second base for the Stars. 3-3. 3 runs, 5 hits, 3 errors for the Stars. 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Athenians.
McCutcheon was a 5-2 winner over Harrison.
Was that who they were playing?
Yes, it was. As Austin gets a swing and a miss from Kopic. Zionsville defeated Noblesville tonight 6-1.
Wow.
First game of their 3-game conference series. So the only games of note around the area.
That's a foul ball.
Kopic slaps that one foul. Really tardy, or a little tardy sauce on that swing.
Yep. At Hoosier Heritage Conference, they play a 3-game set, huh?
They do. They play, weather permitting. I don't know if this is probably makeup from the weekend, but they generally do a game on Thursday, game on Friday, game on Saturday. So you play 2 games, 1 year at Zionsville and then 1 at Noblesville, and then obviously the opposite the next year. So
gotcha.
One of the better baseball conferences in Indiana. Usually it's you win that conference, that's a pretty big time accomplishment, because it's, the team that generally wins that conference generally does pretty well in the tournament because they have been prepared.
Right.
Kopic fouls off another pitch. It's again 0-2. To the Stars, third baseman. Again, Young is at second after being sacrificed over after he walked to lead off the inning.
Nice.
Her ball just misses to make the count 1-2. Really a good 0-2 pitch there from Warren. Young takes his lead. Austin delivers. Strike 3 called again. You take an 0-2 pitch. That's the third time that's happened tonight. You've taken a 2-strike pitch that really arguably could have been called a strike.
Right. And you watch
the very next pitch and rung up on it.
Right, exactly. Yep. 0 for 5 night for Kopic. That'll bring up the
right fielder, Duncan Reed.
Yep. Reed is 0 for 3 on the day. Walked and scored in the 7th.
Pitch is taken outside by Reed from Warren for a ball.
Somebody was just warming up in the Athenian bullpen. I missed it. Oh, good jump by Young. Good
no
jump
chance.
by Young. Yeah.
Warren did not even look back. And again, that is one of the, I always talked about a lot of guys that have no speed can steal second base because you can get the timing off the pitcher. And if you're the pitcher and you get into a routine, very easy to steal second base. Sometimes easier to steal second than it is, or third than it is to steal second, as that pitch is fouled straight back into the screen by Reed.
Yep.
Count right, 2-1.
That 2-1. Yep.
Fouled off that 2-0 pitch.
2 balls, 1 strike.
One comes set and deals. Swing and a miss. Boy, just a little tardy.
Yeah.
Pass him the tardy sauce.
Yeah. Take a second helping of that right here, Coach.
Deuce is wild here. 2 balls, 2 strikes 2 down. Top half of the 10th inning. Go-ahead run for the Stars 90 feet away in the form of Peyton Young, with Duncan Reed at the plate hoping to drive in the run. Pops it up. Will Kellerman will make the catch in foul ground.
No runs on no.
And that will retire the Stars. So after 9.5, it's still 3 apiece. Up for the Athenians. They're at the top of the order, aren't they? Blackburn,
They are.
Scott, and Kellerman will be up for the Athenians. So this will be the inning. If the Athenians want to score and get this game over with, it would be right now, as the Stars look to be making a change on the perch, as Felix Martinez will come in to relieve Riley Reagan. Really a nice job by Riley Reagan. Really pitched.
He did.
Did a great job throwing strikes. Gave up that one run that is going to, it'll be an unearned run. It'll be an unearned run because that's an error on Bromberg for dropping the ball there at the plate after the freshman Andrew Martin inexplicably kept going around third base, but was bailed out.
Yeah.
And he may have been a freshman, but he still would have gotten the wrath of Coach Froge had that been the third out.
Exactly.
But hey, it all works out, and all's well that ends well. Hopefully the Athenians are able to take care of business. Hopefully right here with the top of their order.
So the final box score for Riley Reagan, 3.1 innings pitched, had 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, 2 hits, 1 run, and that run was unearned. So, like you said, not a bad start not a bad relief appearance for Reagan. That'll bring in Martinez, who will face, did you go over that? Blackburn, Scott, and Kellerman. 1, 2, 3 in the Athenian order. Still a pretty good crowd out here for.
Yes, there is. Some of the JV girls softball game just ended. We've got some girls softball players here. We've still got some parents. We had some who gave up and went out to the vehicles. And whoa, my goodness! Bromberg just launched that ball into center field, as neither the second baseman nor shortstop were paying attention at second base.
And it doesn't look like Martinez was paying much attention at the pitch.
He wasn't either. No. Yes, indeed.
I don't think anybody knew that Bromberg was saying, coming down.
The center fielder,
all right, so we will have Josh Blackburn leading off the 10th inning for your Athenians. Reset the defense here. You got Bromberg behind the dish. You've got Felix Martinez on the mound. Kopic at third. Reagan at short. Hamron at second. Popplewell at first, as Martinez's first pitch is in the dirt for a ball. You have Reed in right, Young in center, and Cons in left. For the Stars, with the center fielder, Josh Blackburn, hitting for the Athenians. Martinez had the batting gloves in his pocket and is not allowed to have those in his pocket while he is pitching. So Steve Hoffman, the umpire down the line, requests that those be removed, and we'll get back to action right here
momentarily.
Pitch taken low for ball 2. Count now goes to 2-0. It'll be interesting to see what Coach Froge does here with Josh Blackburn, as Martinez really struggled to throw strikes in the warm-ups here. That pitch is taken on the inside corner for a strike there. Looked like Blackburn was taken all the way. Count now goes to 2-1. Swing and a miss way out in front of that pitch by Martinez. That'll leave in the count at 2-2. To Blackburn. Martinez delivers. Swing and a miss, strike 3 to Blackburn for out number 1. Batter is now second baseman Carson Scott. Again, coming into tonight's contest, he was the leading hitter for the Athenians at 630. Going to go down a little bit here tonight. Hard to keep up a 630 average.
Yep.
Carson shows bunt, but pulls back as that bounces by. Bromberg to the backstop for ball one. As you know, the Athenians will next be in action after this evening on Thursday night as they will travel to what Greg Engel, former writer for the Lebanon Reporter, called the Diamonds of Dover, Western Boone High School, for a 5 o'clock start against these same Western Boone Stars.
They don't have lights, do they?
They do not. Really a good bunt down that first base line. Throws and it gets by. Gets by.
He got that E2.
I think that's probably an E2, as the first baseman had to
reach across.
So it's more going to be the throw than anything. So fourth error of the night.
Brings out the Athenian athletic trainer Doug Horton. Sorry.
Of course, the cold weather doesn't help this inning, as that hurts. That's going to get nice and stiff. Right. So throw tailed back in toward the first base, towards first base. So Scott obviously running in the baseline there, but not nowhere obviously he could go, so he has to go to the base. So the batter is now Will Kellerman with Carson Scott on first with one away.
Yep. What do you think here, Coach? Bunt opportunity for Kellerman, or are we going to blame swing away?
I'm wondering maybe you give a fake bunt to protect Scott to see if he can get a stolen base, because Martinez has a pretty big leg kick, and if Scott's going on first movement, he might be able to snag a bag here. Because, of course, he proceeds to go slide step there as he throws that ball in the dirt for ball one.
Three teammates here, three former summer ball teammates, Martinez, Bromberg, and Kellerman.
That pitch is inside for a ball.
Again, I hope you have local accommodations tonight.
I do.
Okay, good.
I do. The saint known as my mother, Cheryl Coy, and the booming metropolis that is Thorntown, Indiana, has a nice warm bed for me, waiting for me when this is all over.
The beautiful city of Thorntown.
Yes, it is.
Ball four. Back-to-back walk. Oh, no. Not back-to-back walks.
Back-to-back base runners, but the
for the Athenians.
4-pitch walk to Kellerman now. That brings up Austin Warren.
Coach?
Winning run is just 180 feet away in the form of Carson Scott at second base. Will Kellerman run not real meaningful there at first.
I think we're looking at a gapper here to score Carson Scott.
And I think it's going to be in between the Athenians and the 355 in right center.
Okay. All right, here we go.
I'm calling the shot here.
We'll see what we got. Pitch is outside.
Martinez tries to help me out by pitching away so that Austin can hopefully stay back and drive the ball that way.
Exactly. That's ball 5.
That is ball 5.
Oh.
Just gets underneath that. That's going to be an infield fly. Makes the catch. Hey, he gets a little more on top of that. Guess where that goes?
Yeah, that's
right in between the Athenians and the 355, like I said.
Exactly.
Just misses. Now the batter is Owen Bennett.
Owen Bennett with 2 down.
That's the count you wanted Austin Warren to hit in, and he got a good pitch to hit. Just underneath it. Now 2 down for Owen Bennett. Sets and deals. That turns one over to Kopic. Goes over, and
that's it. That's
the ball game on an errant throw at third. So the Athenians find a way
Your final score, Crawfordsville 4.
to win tonight's contest in 10 innings. So a game that really was played very well by both teams, unfortunately ends on an errant throw at third base by Kopic. And your Athenians, let's say it, they could escape tonight with a win. Either team was probably going to escape here tonight with a victory in 10 innings, as the Athenians are able to win tonight's contest with the Stars by a final score of 4-3. The name of the game is win.
Right, exactly.
However it takes.
Right.
At this point, it's just win and come back to play another day. And that's what the Athenians are able to do here tonight. Go ahead and let you give the official line here. I know the scoreboard was off, but I think it's going to be, if that's right, it's going to be three runs, 5 hits, 5 errors. Is it 5 or 4? That's going to be the fifth error. So 5 errors on the Stars. The Athenians, the victorious Athenians, 4 runs on 5 hits with just 1 error.
Could be 2, but yeah.
Could possibly be 2, yes, with the outfield play in the 7th inning. But again, name of the game right now is just a win in the Sagamore Athletic Conference, because this year is going to be, again, it's going to be about as competitive a Sagamore Athletic Conference as we've had in a long time.
Right. Well, and you know what? Now we're still tied with North Montgomery and Lebanon.
We are 2-1.
Tri-West 2-1.
Tri-West at 2-1.
Yep.
So Frankfort being the team that leads the conference right now at 3-0 after a 3-2 victory over Frankfort. Okay. 3-2 win by Frankfort over Lebanon tonight. And a 11-0 victory by North Montgomery. Again, Frankfort 3-0. North Montgomery, Tri-West, and Crawfordsville all moved to 2-1. Western Boone falls to 0-3. And we'll go down with Danville at being 0-3. The next broadcast for Crawfordsville baseball, I believe, will be 1 week from Thursday. I'll have to check here, but the Athenians will hit the road for the next 2 contests for sure, as they will be at Western Boone coming up on Thursday night for a 5 o'clock first pitch over at Dover. They will then hit the road on Saturday morning, as they will travel to take on the Frankfort Hot Dogs at Frankfort in a junior varsity doubleheader. And then next week, the Lebanon Tigers will come to the Athenian Athletic Complex. Again, let me check the schedule here to check to see when for sure the next broadcast is going to be. Coach Welliver, the next broadcast will be, is it a week from tonight or is it a week from Thursday? It is a week from Thursday. I think that's right. So a week from Thursday, that will be April the 26th from here at the Athenian Athletic Complex. Your Athenians will host the Lebanon Tigers in another Sagamore Athletic Conference matchup. Again tonight, here at the Athenian Athletic Complex in 10 innings, your Athenians defeat the Stars 4-3. For Scott Smith, this is Tommy Coy. Hope all of you are warmer than we are. Hope to see you on the flip side, much warmer. Good night, everybody.